We now come to the 144th name in the Lalita Sahasranamam, Nitya Mukta, the eternally liberated. Its literal meaning is she who is eternally free or she who is eternally liberated. This name signifies that Brahman, the ultimate reality, is inherently free and does not need to achieve liberation as it is never in bondage. Her eternal freedom implies that she is the very source of liberation for all beings, and by her very nature, she grants liberation to her devotees. This is a profoundly important name because it tells us something fundamental about our own Atma. It helps us recognize that liberation is not something we acquire from an external source, nor is it a future state to be attained. Liberation is simply what has always been our true nature. We are free, we have always been free. This feeling of limitation and bondage is merely an illusion. I used the analogy of the ocean and its reflection earlier when discussing the name Nishkala. Let's expand on that same analogy to understand the concept of Nitya Mukta. Imagine Brahman as that vast, boundless ocean and your individual self, the Atma, as one of those reflections on its surface. From the perspective of the reflection, it might feel separate, limited, or even bound by the surface. But what does this reflection need to do to become the ocean? Think about it for a second. Nothing at all. It was always the ocean. Its perceived separation was merely an optical illusion. The reflection doesn't need to acquire anything. It simply needs to recognize its true inherent nature. Similarly, our own true self, the Atma, is eternally free and identical with the eternally liberated Brahman. The feeling of being limited or bound is an illusion, just like the perceived separation of the reflection. Nitya Mukta signifies that liberation is not an attainment, but the profound realization of this inherent eternal freedom, this recognition that we have always been Brahman.